Hello, Lisa Richard here with Loving Energy Recharge. Welcome to the Inner Alchemy for January the 16th, leading us through to the 22nd. We have a lot of things in store for us this week as we enter through what is known as the Gateway of Limitations. We come face to face with the new moon in the sign of Capricorn on Sunday the 18th. And then we move into changing seasons and going into the season of Aquarius on Tuesday the 20th. So we are in the crossroads right now of blending away from the end of the teachings of Capricorn, welcoming in the teachings of Aquarius season. And right in the middle of all that, we hit that new moon that is helping us to reflect upon all that we have learned through our journey in order to keep that support going for what is to come. So for those of you who are following along with the teachings of human design, branching that into the gene keys, this is your opportunity to really start to pay attention to the patterns of our astrological signs, the teachings of their houses, the archetypes that are present in each one of those houses, and really looking at the connections to your human design chart and how they play out in relationship to the lower vibrating energies and the gifts that are here to really aspire towards, not just at this time, but throughout the entire journey throughout the year. Now, we're still in the 10th house. Capricorn season is really bringing us through the last quarter mile. So we have some time yet before we get into the astrology new year. We have some time yet before we get into the changing over to the season of the horse. We're still in the year of the snake. We're still in the 10th house. We're not done our journeys yet. Now, you may be feeling a lot of pressure to want to just get out there and get going, and this momentum that is inside you of feeling like if you don't go, you're going to miss out. But when you come into the teachings of the winter season that we're in right now, it is very reflective of a time of slowing down, a time of calming down the body, stilling the pressures, coming out of the mindset of what that mainstream energy has really been putting in a lot of overdrive into a lot of nervous systems, into a lot of I've got to do's, and coming back into the natural self that says, no, this is my time to slow down. This is my time to repair the self, to look at the foundation, to call back in the energy, to be more mindful of the energy. And when you allow yourself to really attune to the natural world, to take in the teachings of the season, to attune deeper into your body, to check in, to say, how is your energy? How is your health right now? How is your well-being right now? How is your managing of your stresses right now? Capricorn season has been putting a lot of pressure on us down in that root center and really using the pressure of stress very specifically to stimulate our splenic center in the teachings of human design, which is the center of health and intuitive awareness. So it is stimulating us to become more aware that our bodies intuitively know what is healthy for it and what is not. And when we really start to pay attention to that, to not be so reactive, to not jump in fear, to not override the truth of the body by allowing the mind to convince us to go against it, or allowing the emotions to come in and override the senses, or allowing too much stress to push you forward when you're not ready to go forward. The mind may want to go forward with the body saying, I'm tired. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready yet. So really pay attention to the way your body is speaking to you. Mother Earth is a powerful teacher. And when you look at the tree out in winter time, the tree has drawn all of its energy back into itself. It has placed it all into its root system. It is conserving its energy. It's repairing itself. It's noticing what really requires attention. And it's also starting to plant the seeds down into the ground that will take root and grow in the springtime. Now, as we start to end out Capricorn season, and as we're going through right now this gateway of limitations, we're going to be coming into the season of Aquarius. The season of Aquarius switches us from an earth element into the element of air. We stay with the teachings of Saturn, which has all been about our life lessons, structure, cause and effect, and looking at our shadow side. But now with Aquarius season and that element of air that comes in to meet the earth, to meet the foundation of yourself, we're going to be face to face with bringing in the planet of Uranus, who is all about unpredictability, sudden changes, and deeper awakenings. This is the archetype of the maverick, which is also known as the rebel or the outlaw. So Capricorn has been very practical, very methodical, very hardworking, very structured. And that energy was needed to really build upon having more faith in yourself and trusting in your timing and learning to calm that stress body, that reactive body, and learn to trust in your own intuition. That is essential because when you start to bring in now that element of air and it starts to expose those roots that you have been encouraged to plant down, you're going to trigger some nerves. And if you're not aware of holding your ground, being aware of how it's so important to take care of not just the physical body, but the emotional body, the mental body, any place where there is a weakness to your foundation, it is going to be exposed during Aquarius season. Now it feels like things are getting harder. And a lot of us were anticipating it's January, it's a time of new beginnings. I get my new start. But that is the calendar year. We are in the 10th house of Capricorn. We're moving into the 11th house of Aquarius season. Then we have Pisces season, which is the 12th zodiac, the 12th house in the zodiac. We're not done yet. We're in our last quarter mile. A lot of people are anticipating it's the year of the horse that's coming. Yes, but we're not there yet. We're still in the year of the snake. We're still shedding away the skin. It can almost feel like you're in the rattle of the rattlesnake as things are starting to get loud. Things are starting to get bumpy. Things are putting a lot of pressure on you. It's like coming into the final test to really know for yourself, are you ready to move up? Are you ready to ascend? Or is there more learning that is required in order to support you before you can expand yourself outward? And it is not harmful to have to repeat another cycle. We are loved so greatly that we will not be pushed beyond what we are capable of doing. But that brings us back into this gateway we're in right now, the gateway of limitations, because we often limit what we can do. We limit our potential. We have a limited belief system. We also create structures, comfort zones, preferences that keep us in a certain state of being. Capricorn has been encouraging us to look at our habits, to look at the areas we create our struggles, to pay attention to where we are feeling a dissatisfaction, because those things all are communicating to us. Learning how to be more mindful, learning how to slow down, learning to trust more deeply in that intuition. Those are all essential for growth. As we start to bring in that Aquarius season, that element of air, we are still going to be staying down in the root center, but we will be shifting towards pulling energy from the solar plex, our youngest awareness center, which is all about emotions, spirit, depth. It is going to be bringing us through what is known as the channel of sensitivity. So really starting to feel, to be more sensitive. And it's encouraging us to connect to others, to know that it's not all about us. Yes, it feels very personal. Yes, it is a lot to feel the energy. But when we become aware that we can feel the energy, when we become aware that there is a pattern that we can follow, that we can have the heads up to know this is the lower vibrating energy, this is the shadow at play, but this is the gift. Then we have an opportunity, if we are following along with the teachings, if we are paying attention, to reach for that gift. Yes, we're going to feel sensitive. Yes, we're going to feel triggered. But if you breathe through the trigger, if you stay with your feelings, if you have the honest conversations, then you start helping your body to relax. You start allowing yourself to feel safer, to put down roots, to know that you can travel through whatever is coming up for you, and your intuition will guide the way. So we're inviting in this time of the new moon in Capricorn to really reflect back on the journey, to have the honest conversation with yourself, to look at the habits, look at the struggles. Have you done your foundation work, or were you trying to take shortcuts? And it's not a judgment. It is being honest with yourself, because when we start to move forward, if you've taken shortcuts, that foundation is going to crash. So it's important to build from a place of strength, to not push yourself beyond what you can energetically do at this time, to not feel like it's a race, to not feel like it is rushed, but to be very mindful, to notice how the pressure of stress is there, to notice how you're being encouraged to get healthy, to be very holistic within your physical body, emotional body, mental body, to not overwhelm the system, but to trust in your time, your pace, your readiness. So there's a lot of things that are unfolding during this time. There's a lot of teachings through looking at your human design birth chart, through looking at the gene keys. I love the book, The Gene Keys, by its founder, Richard Rudd. There's so many insightful tools and things to help us, to encourage us to really pay attention to the energies at play and not be caught so off guard, but to slow down enough to recognize there are so many opportunities to grow, to evolve, to ascend, to embrace those sensitivities, to connect more deeply with others, to enrich our relationships, to expand our energy fields out even further, and to know that you can trust in the flow of the universe as things shift, as you pivot, as we change, and to feel more self-confidence within yourself, because you've done the foundational work. Wherever you are in your journey, it is the correct place for you. It is a starting place for you. Don't judge yourself. Love yourself and start paying attention to how your body knows exactly what is correct for you. If you do want some more tools to support your journey, I highly encourage you to check out the More Than Existing Academy of Higher Consciousness. Perhaps enroll in Aquarius season. You'll get the teachings for this current gate we're in, the gateway of limitations. You'll start to get the heads up as to what the planets are associated with Aquarius, what the archetype means to be in that maverick energy, that rebel energy, to start learning about the angelic associations, and then to continue traveling with us every week for the duration of Aquarius season and get the video releases that talk about the shadow energies, how that might be experienced in your body, what the learning is, what the gift is, and opportunities to do some deep self-reflection as you become more attuned to the way your human design chart, your energetic signature is really here to learn and grow. Private readings are also available on my website, lovingenergyrecharge.com. And trust in whatever you feel guided to for whatever modality guides you. There are so many beautiful tools out there to help us, to guide us, to support us. Let's continue the work on our foundation together, embracing those sensitivities, loving those sensitivities, and working to calm down the nervous system, the tendency to feel overwhelmed, by reminding the self that you can trust in yourself. I am sending you all so much love. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. And I look forward to continuing our journey together as we start to shift now into Aquarius season. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.